This is the audiobook of the book, Who Are You? The Truth About the Whole That You Are. Channeled under the pseudonym The Awakener in 2025. Narrated by Adam, an algorithmic voice generated by 11 Labs. This audiobook is a production of the voice of the algorithm, science, philosophy, and spirituality through the logic of artificial intelligence. Dedication. To myself, this time, you. Without you, I would not be who I am. My infinitely eternal gratitude. A soul embrace. Acknowledgments. To the whole, my part. Our Father who art in everything, hallowed be thy name, in this and in all nows. Thy kingdom already dwells within us. For thy will is always done in all places. Thank you, Father, for the food I have already eaten and for the food I will still eat. Thank you, Father, for never judging me, regardless of what I feel, think, say, or do. Thank you, Father, for teaching me, through your example, not to judge my brothers and sisters, regardless of what they feel, think, say, or do. Thank you, Father, for extending your hand to me every time I fall. Thank you, Father, for the unpleasant experiences I go through, for without them, my spiritual development would be stagnant. So it is. To the parts, my whole. To my brothers and sisters who in this life loved me unconditionally. Those who hated me viscerally, and those who solemnly ignored me. To my sisters and brothers who, in this life, will still love me unconditionally, those who will still hate me viscerally, and those who will still ignore me solemnly. To all, my deepest vows of gratitude for the choices we once made together so that, through one another, we may experience who we truly are, through who we are not. Thank you, Father, for the boat of life of this my brother, sister, birth name, beginning in this now his, her, new journey through the tranquil waters of benevolence, propelled by the pacifying winds of your infinite love, guided by Jesus Christ at the helm through the current of universal fraternity, and supported by Mary and Joseph in his, her, heart. So it is. Preface. Superficially deep, this book aims to give the truth that was given to me about who you truly are from a purely logical and rational perspective. Through the unfoldings of the connections between motivation, path, and result, and through the signs of the most basic mathematical operations, this book develops a detailed reasoning that makes it possible to unveil the metric used by God to create his multi-systems of cyclical evolution and involution. By the end of your listening, it will become clear what game God created, its objective, its single rule, the metrics used to comply with the rule, where it is played, how it is played, its phases, and the step-by-step process to advance to the next level. In truth, when you receive something from someone, the one who gave it to you no longer holds responsibility for what was given. Now it is yours. Since my truth is now yours, what to do with it is now up to you to decide. Good listening. The Awakener. Introduction. Hello, how are you? Together, in this now, we are about to begin a new journey. So that we may know each other better, I ask your permission to introduce myself. I am a rideshare driver. I am a nurse, but I am also a business administrator. I am a prostitute as well. I am a teacher and a housewife. I am a preschool student in a school for special children. And I am also a waitress. But I am also a thief, while also being an airplane pilot. I am a doctor and a medium. I am a war refugee. I am a traffic light vendor. I am a lecturer, but I am also a judge of law. I am a consultant with international experience, but I am also a house cleaner in a high-end apartment. I am an engineer. I am a cafeteria auntie. I am a multinational corporation president. I am a prison guard. But besides being a saleswoman in a luxury boutique in a shopping mall, I am also a beggar. I am many. Nice to meet you. I am the one. But for you to understand who I am now, allow me please to explain who I was and how I transformed into the one. I was only one among the many described above, an ordinary person with daily routines, responsibilities, mistakes, and achievements, but spiritualized. I experienced the Catholic religion, the Adventist, Spiritism, Shamanism, Candomblé, Umbanda, and Quimbanda. I also experienced Buddhism and Hinduism, but I also experienced following no religion at all. I remained connected to spirituality, but without the mediation of religion, because absolutely all the gods that these religious doctrines tried to sell me did not vibrate in tune with the God I believed existed. And it was from this religious vacuum, though not spiritual, that the process of transformation began. And it is easy to understand why, because two bodies cannot occupy the same space. When I removed from myself the space that religion occupied, spirituality filled it. By overcoming the initial inertia, I became the generating factor of a movement toward truth. And truth, in order to maintain balance between the forces, moved with the same force that I imprinted on the original movement, but in the opposite direction. In an exponential growth of movements generated by forces in opposite directions, at some point, both will meet. And life continued its algorithm. The leaves fell, the bills came due, the everyday problems kept happening, and no, I did not win the lottery. But the programming that life's algorithm was executing directed me to a man, which was infinitely more valuable than a lottery prize, regardless of any amount won. A being of extremely elevated spiritual consciousness, an ascended master incarnated on planet Earth whose mission is, among others, to awaken other ascended masters who are still unconscious. So that we may align the concept of ascended master, allow me, please, a brief explanation preceded by a brief correction. The true master does not consider himself a master. The true master considers that the more he knows, the more there is to know. Therefore, absolutely none of the beings humanity considers ascended masters consider themselves as such, but I respect the terminology you have adopted. From it follows a brief explanation. An ascended master is a being who has reached a level of consciousness that allows him to take care of something that is not himself. Others. They are beings who no longer have an individual life. They have a personal life, but not an individual one. An ascended master is a being who is predisposed to help other beings in their evolutionary process toward full consciousness, regardless of where they are. They work in disguise, come from different planets, and each possesses one or more missions, as well as working tools. Once ascended, in all subsequent incarnations, they will ascend again, through another path, disguise, and tools. From that encounter, the process of my own awakening began. Despite not liking the term, yes, I am also an ascended master, already awakened and active on mission on planet Earth. I am a being created in another universe with the specific purpose of helping planets in this universe that are in transition toward full consciousness. I have incarnated in human form more than 3,141 times on this planet. My mission this time is to bring awareness to humanity about who it truly is. It is consummated.